If you shop online, you know the challenge.
Mhm.
For every single trusted store, it feels like there are 10 others trying to, well, catch you out.
It really does feel that way sometimes.
So today we're doing a deep dive into some source material that analyzed just that, looking at the red flags on e-commerce sites,
Mhm.
specifically one called Gesthetic.com. Our whole mission here is to pull out a few universal rules you can use to shop safely, really no matter where you are online. So when you land on a new store, maybe it sells fashion or electronics, how do you quickly get past that shiny front page and figure out if it's, legit or a place to avoid?
Okay, let's start with the first visual clues. The first big red flag, and this one is almost psychological, is the pricing.
Mm,
If you see an item that should be expensive, like a designer jacket, and it's listed with this huge, almost unbelievable discount, that right there is your signal to stop.
exactly. The sources are pretty clear that prices way lower than other established sites are the main hook. It's how they get you to lower your guard. And if the price gets you to click, the next clue is in the images. Okay, the product photos.
Yeah. And what's interesting here is how they do it. These sites, like the one that was analyzed, they almost never take their own photos.
So they're just copying them.
They're lifting them. Often high-quality photos from legitimate, maybe European boutique sites that most of us wouldn't recognize. So if the photos look amazing, but the rest of the website looks kind of cheap, you should be suspicious they're just listing a fake product.
So if the product page itself feels a little off, the next step is to check who the seller actually is.
Yes, and this connects to the bigger picture. I mean, consumer trust is all about transparency. And this is where most of these questionable sites just completely fall apart.
So what do you look for?
You need to find real business details. Where is the About Us page? Is there a full company name, a physical address? And a big one is, how long have they been around? A real business wants you to find that information.
But I guess even a sketchy site could just invent a fake address, right? How deep should you dig on that?
You have to be critical, so look at the contact info they provide. If the only email is a generic Gmail or Yahoo account, that's a huge warning sign.
Why is that?
Well, the sources say it's because a professional domain email leaves a small administrative trail, which they'd rather avoid. Then take the physical address they list and just, put it into Google Maps.
Well, that's a simple one.
It is.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, it leads to an empty lot or a house or a totally unrelated business. That one check can save you so much trouble.
This is where it gets really interesting because now we need outside proof. We can't trust anything the site says about itself.
Right. You need that external validation.
So customer reviews.
Exactly. But, and this is key only on third-party platforms. I mean, places like Trustpilot, SiteJabber, or just general Google search results. If you check those places and find no reviews at all, or just a few that all seem to have been posted last week,
That's another red flag.
it's a huge red flag. It's very difficult for scammers to build up that kind of external social proof quickly.
That brings up a good point, though. How do you tell the difference between a brand new, legitimate startup and a scam site? A new company might not have reviews either.
That is where the technical check comes in. You can use a domain checker tool to see exactly when the site was created.
So you check the age of the website itself.
Yes. Many of these are what you'd call pop-up scams, sites that are maybe only 3 or 6 months old. So if a site is brand new and it lacks third-party reviews and it has those weirdly low prices we talked about, the risk is just incredibly high.
So what does this all mean for you? The combination of all these missing pieces, the crazy discounts, the lack of transparency, no external validation, it all suggests you need to be extremely careful. We've basically given you the checklist you use to evaluate sites just like gsesthetic.com. Do your research before you ever pull out your credit card.
And this raises one last really important question. Given that these risks are out there, what practical knowledge is just as important as spotting the red flags in the first place? It's learning the steps to take immediately to try and get your money back if something does go wrong. That means knowing how to dispute a charge with your bank or credit card company. That is the final piece of homework worth doing before your next big online purchase.